Can a ladybird be a hero? Yes, she can.
Yes, she can.
Can she fill her cake with color? Yes, she can.
Yes, she can.
Can she do this and have fun? Can she skip, hop, jump and run? Can she fly out in the sun? Yes, she can.
Yes, she can.
I am Anna Sexton from Cardiff Guides. On behalf of the Irish Girl Guides, I would like to thank you for coming this evening to celebrate after 45 years of very hard work by the Programme Review Committee, the launch of our exciting new Journey programme. I would like to officially welcome the Ladybirds, Brownies, Guides, Senior Branchers and their leaders and parents, and our special guests, Minister for Education and Skills, Jan O'Sullivan, and Captain of the Six Nations winning Ireland Women's Rugby team, Niamh Briggs. Here to explain more about the all-new Journey programme is the chairperson of the committee. Ladies and gentlemen, may I present Senator and Senior ITG Chief Commissioner, Gillian Van Turner.
Minister Jan O'Sullivan, sporting hero, Niamh Briggs, and my sisters in guiding, it's a huge honour for me to give you a quick taster of the new programme, the Journey programme for the Irish Girl Guides. As a programme review team, we started our work over 4 years ago, and I couldn't have dreamed for a better outcome. Huge credit and thanks is due to the hundreds of volunteers across Ireland who gave their time, their energy, every last bit of tiredness squeezed out to make this an outstanding programme. They gave us their opinions, their feedback, and it was really great. We're launching a new programme. Minister, in your language, we've rewritten the entire curriculum. Not just 1 year, we've done the entire work. We started our work by examining the mission of the Irish Girl Guides, and we felt the word journey kept jumping out. With the new programme, each girl will go on their own journey to develop to their fullest potential. And at this point, I'd like to mention words we've received from James Riley, Minister for Children and Youth Affairs, who we presented the programme to earlier in the summer. And he said he's delighted to have this opportunity to acknowledge the excellent work being done and his express admiration for and appreciation for the continued commitment shown by the Irish Girl Guides in improving girls and young women. And he congratulated IGG for ensuring that, and he said, our children and young people reach their potential, their rights are respected and their voices are heard, whilst protecting and supporting them in their transition from childhood to adulthood. The Irish Girl Guides range from age 5 to age 30, and you can be a leader from 18 plus. We've designed the programme that as each girl goes on her journey through guiding, we support her in her capacity is evolving in her physical, emotional, cognitive and social development as each progresses. The Journey programme is designed to help leaders understand and support the girls' developmental stages. And when we set out to develop the new programme, we felt we actually needed to reclaim some words. So we thought of empowering words that would describe each branch and would describe the steps that the girls are taking. So our ladybirds, who are aged 5 to 7, are superheroes. They have powers. Our brownies, who are aged 7 to 10, are inquisitive by nature, and we know the way they are. So we felt they were detectives, because that's what they do. They ask why, and rightly so. Our guides are explorers. They collect treasures on their journey. Our senior branch are inventors. As you will see, they design their new programme. And our leaders are mentors who will walk beside our girls and support them on their way. And in front of you, you see the array of badges held by wonderful members of the Irish Girl Guides to show you the badges at each stage of the journey that the girl can get. So, these are the national outcomes that we have. And I'm not asking you to read this slide, but just to show that the new Irish Girl Guide Journey programme is underpinned by 15 national outcomes, which feeds into the government's national policy framework for children and young people, better outcomes, brighter futures. Our leaders don't need to worry about ticking any boxes. The outcomes are seamlessly integrated into the programme. So each branch has a specific journey that provides suggestions, journey planner that provides suggestions for our leaders. And the girls need to do this in order to complete their journeys. So a ladybird has 3 stages, as you will see in front of you. They are to discover, grow, fly. Remember, she's a superhero. She's going to fly. And there's dozens of choice challenges and interest badges for them to complete. The brownies, as they complete each part of the programme, they will be a detective collecting gadgets. And the journey programme will show some of the gadgets that she has collected along the way. She will detect, investigate and explore. And we're delighted that Irish author Sarah Webb, a former Brownie leader, has rewritten the Brownie and Ladybird programme for us. The guides who are aged 10 to 14 will complete each part of their 4 stages of their journey. Their Pathfinder, their Voyager, their Innovator and their Trailblazer. And she's an explorer collecting treasures, and her journey badge will mark her accomplishments. The senior branch go from age 14 to 30, and they will record their own journey. The senior branch journey programme actually opens up to allow each member to be an inventor of her own programme. There are 3 pathways to choose from, and young women can gain awards, pins and badges as she progresses. And you will see that she can really reach the sun, the moon and the stars as she progresses through her programme. These pathways will give flexibility, which is important for the age group that we're dealing with. Will give choice to every senior branch member. And it will allow her to move from pathway to pathway as she progresses through her journey. And her programme can be done in a unit or individually. Thank you very much, girls, for your help. The girls will have their own. What you saw there was the leaders' books. The girls will have their own because they're on a journey. The Ladybirds will have a ticket outlining the journey that she's going to take. The Brownies will have a passport, which will be a small booklet containing their journey and interest badges to choose from. The guides will have a travel folder for recording their journey. It also outlines their journey and interest badges to choose from. And the senior branch members will have the journey planner that we have seen for recording their journey and pathways that they have chosen along the way. But this is one journey programme, and you can see the 4 pieces of the jigsaw fit together neatly. And all our leaders will be given this leader guide so they understand that each of the girls, as they progress through Ladybirds, Brownies, Guides and Senior Branch, are supported on their leg of the journey. And we can ensure that the girl can travel great distances as she develops and grows to her full potential. All these resources will also be available online. And yesterday I spotted a fabulous comment, in my opinion, on Facebook on the Irish Girl Guide that one of our leaders said, Tracy O'Sullivan, she said, I've spent a busy afternoon with my leaders piecing together our guide programme for 2015-2016. Looks like we will have some Irish dancers, forensic criminologists, part-time Tourism Ireland advertisers, part-time attorneys, who will also enjoy camping, map reading, campfire songs and learning how to care for the elderly when they aren't learning how to make things go bang. Now for me, she gets what's in this new programme and that just gives you a taster. But as well, we have interest badges. And the interest badges, we've sort of timed it so that it's achievable for the girls, but allows them to develop their specific skills and abilities. So I believe under your chairs, am I right? Yes. Under your chairs, you might catch an interest badge, not the front row. So we can look back, sorry, apologies. Look at the choice of interest badges that they're going to be. And the great thing is our senior branch members can go back and gain their interest badge from any unit that they wish, from any age group that they wish, so what they felt they never managed to achieve. And if they then go back and train a Ladybird, a Brownie or a Guide unit, they can be a badge diva. Jenny Gannon wants to get me with this.
It looks great on Twitter.
So, as I said, we have a great programme with choice and challenges. I'm really proud of it. It's been a long journey. I think if you talked to me earlier this year, I was tired, worn out. But now when it's all there, and I see how much our leaders are embracing it. When I started the journey, expected that we'd perhaps 4 years ago, I said if we could get 70% adopted in the first year, that'd be great. I think we're going to be close to 100% of leaders taking it on in the first year, by certainly what we're being told. So we have a great programme for all of our girls that I am extremely proud of. So let's take the next steps. Thank you very much.
Okay, this is audience participation time, okay? So the song is very easy, the words are up there, the tune is very easy, so I want you all to join in and as loud as possible, yes you can with all my girls, alright? Yeah, as loud as possible, okay? Alright? Can the ladybird be a hero? Yes she can.
Yes, she can.
Can she fill her cake with colour? Yes she can.
Yes, she can.
Can she do this and have fun? Can she skip, hop, jump and run? Can she fly out in the sun? Yes she can.
Yes, she can.
Can she then become a brownie? Yes she can.
Yes, she can.
Can she be a great detective? Yes she can.
Yes, she can.
She'll investigate, explore, to greater heights she'll soar. Can she do a whole lot more? Yes she can.
Yes, she can.
Can our guides then start to find their path they choose? Yes they can. Can they go on their own voyage in bright shoes?
Yes, they can.
Can they learn good information and trailblaze through our nation? Can they earn our admiration? Yes they can.
Yes, they can.
Can I see their branches shine and show the way?
Yes, they can.
Can they have adventures every single day? Yes they can. The stars, the moon, the sun, they will not be outdone. Can they reach these and have fun? Yes they can.
Yes, they can.
And we can. Thank you very much.
That was great. And now we welcome to the stage another one of our senior branches. She has just returned from India where she was volunteering with a service project helping underprivileged children. May I present to you Claudia Carey.
Good evening everyone, I'm Claudia Carey and I'm a member of the senior branch. I have been a member of the IGG for the past 13 years and I'm going to tell you about the opportunity I had to go to India and visit one of our world centres called Sangam. I was the youngest member of a group of 13 women. We had not met each other before. We had met only 3 times before we went to the airport. We were from many different walks of life and we were from all over Ireland. And this is when our journey began. After 2 8-hour flights and 1 4-hour bus journey, we arrived in Sangam. That evening we had an amazing welcoming ceremony in a traditional Indian style. For our first few days was spent team building and planning for our project. There were 4 different sites that we could visit. My site that I was working with was called Liviano. The organisation we worked with was called Doorstep Schools. It was an initiative in India to help underprivileged children in slummed areas to learn English. While we were in India, we explored Sangam and we took many photos around the area. We completed many challenges such as climbing the water tower, and we also made new friends with other groups who visited Sangam, who I'm still in contact with. But this was not a relaxing holiday. Our goal was to help in any way we can. From every day today, we had 30 to 40 children aged 4 to 14. They were eager to learn and they welcomed us with open arms. In the beginning, we started with easier topics such as numbers and colours, and as the week progressed, we moved on to shapes, emotions and hygiene, and we played a few games as well. It was amazing to see the progress in the children while we were there. The strongest memory I have is when one of our little boys, his name was Rashid, he came up to me and said, "Hello and thank you." That's something that's going to stay with me for a long time. On our last night in Sangam, we had an Indian culture night. We had sari tying, rangoli, which is Indian floor art, and we had an Indian feast. It was an amazing night. And this is a picture of all of us in our saris. On our last day in Sangam, we managed to squeeze in a little bit of sightseeing where we visit the Aga Khan Palace, where Mahatma Gandhi was imprisoned for many years. thought I'd introduce you to our unofficial 14th member of our group, Podge. He travelled with us around India. From Sangam, we got a 4-hour bus back to Mumbai train station, where we got a 16-hour train journey to the north of India to Agra. We visited many amazing places in Agra, such as the Agra Fort and the Taj Mahal. It is as beautiful in the photographs as it is in real life. We spent one night in Agra, and then we moved on to Jaipur. We spent 2 nights in Jaipur. We had an elephant ride to a mountaintop fort called the Amber Fort. And this region is famous for textiles and precious gems. On our last day in India, we were in Delhi, which is the capital. We visited a mosque and we visited the Mahatma Gandhi Memorial, which is where he was cremated. From there, we went to the airport, and it was sad to leave. It was a life-changing experience and something I'm never going to forget. And I'd like to thank the region and the districts who helped us fundraise. It would not be possible for me to have gone and had this experience if it were not for the IGG. Thank you for having me, and I hope you enjoy the rest of your evening. Namaste.
Please put your hands together to welcome one of our senior branch members, Naomi Keys.
My name is Naomi Keys and I'm a member of Senior Branch in Limerick, and I have been a member of IGG since I was 4. I applied for the Mountaineering Ireland Youth Alpine Initiative back in December of last year. It was a very rigorous application process. We had to fill out a very long form detailing 10 hikes that we had done, and at least one of them had to include camping. And then we moved on to start our training in February of 2015 in Tollymore Adventure Centre in County Down. We did 4 training weekends before we left, 1 in the Mourne Mountains, 2 in the Wicklow Mountains and 1 in the Derry Bay Mountains. While we were there, we covered a range of skills, more than I can mention. Ones that were completely new to me. Each weekend that we went to, their information was hurled at us. Learning different knots and different techniques, ice axes and crampons. Things are completely new to me that I'd never done before, used before in my life. These are photos from myself and my friend Aoife on the summiting Mount Errigal in Donegal. We're using ropes there, we're scrambling. That's myself and Aoife there again, you can see, over the ridge. And myself, Aoife and Kieran. On this trip there was 6 girls and 20 boys. So it was very much a male dominated trip, but the girls were still far better. We were pictured there with our proud sponsors, Berghaus, and this is in the Wicklow Mountains, getting ready to climb. We had amazing crack while we were on the weekends. Spoons was a favourite game of ours, card games and splashing about in any lake that was available to us, soothing sore muscles. On the 4th of July we began our journey to Switzerland. A group of us travelled from Dublin Airport and we got a plane to Zurich. From there we got a train and a bus to Saasgrund. The minute we got off the bus we could feel our hearts pounding. The altitude was immediately kicking in. It was 1,000 metres up, so our base camp, so you could immediately feel the altitude. Some of us got nosebleeds, some of us got headaches, some of us had pains in our stomach. It was an experience like no other. But we were very excited and ready to go. On the first day we didn't wait around, we got straight in with the summit to the top of the Jegahorn. It was quite a rocky ascent, but we managed it and we were all very relieved when we got to the top. It was an amazing experience just to see all of the mountains. It was just incredible. The pictures speak for themselves. On the second day we met our guide, Guy, who was very cool. He was an alpine guide, so he was showing us the ropes quite literally. And we started with some glacier training. So it was the first time I've ever seen a crevasse in a glacier. And to say I was scared was an understatement, to see this big looming thing that I could quite possibly fall into. But we were still very excited. Then we summited the Alalanhorn the following day, which was 4,027 metres, after getting an ice train to the top, which was a train through the mountains, which was very scary. If you're claustrophobic, it would definitely not be for you, but it was excellent. And just to be surrounded by snow, which is something we don't see very much of in Ireland, was incredible. And that's a summit picture. We had many summit selfies also. We then undertook a 2-day trip to the Fluchthorn, and on the first day we did crevasse training. So those are pictures inside the crevasse from my friend's GoPro, but you can see there we have to effectively jump into the crevasse, and whoever then was outside in the crevasse would set up a pulley system, but before that you would have to take the weight of the person on your hips. So I had to take the weight of my friend. In that first picture there, I'm taking the weight of my friend on my hips. So I had a few bruises after that. It was very sore. And that's the Britannia hut. While we were staying there, going to Fluchthorn, if you wanted to do the Fluchthorn, you would have to go in the middle of the night for the snow to be hard enough to walk on with your crampons. So we had to get up at 4 in the morning after staying in the hut, and it was a very odd experience because it's something that is done quite often in the huts. Everyone gets up there's a wake-up call at 3, 4 and 5, and you're served a breakfast, which was tea in a bowl and some bread. So it was very weird, but they still managed to have Nutella, so we were all very happy. And you had to wear clogs on your feet while you were there. You can kind of see them on Ali's feet there, but because your big boots weren't suitable to be for inside. And that's on top of the Fluchthorn. As you can see, each mountain, each summit is marked with a cross. And the highlight of my trip was definitely the friends that I made between the 4 weekends and the actual trip itself. We had some amazing laughs, and it was an incredible experience. And I'd like to thank my parents for funding and driving me to all the weekends. But yeah, it was an incredible experience, and thank you to IGG who notified me about the experience. It was just amazing, and I couldn't be more happy that I got to go on it. So thank you.
Our next speaker is Minister for Education and Skills, Jan O'Sullivan, who was a brownie in Limerick when she was younger. She still remembers some of the brownie songs. Please welcome Minister O'Sullivan to the stage.
Thanks very much, and can I thank Anna for doing a fantastic job so far. And my good friend and colleague Gillian Van Turnout for inviting me along to this event, and just want to acknowledge the presence of 2 city councillors, Maria Byrne and Elena Seacast, who've taken the time to be here as well. And it's an absolute pleasure for me to be here and to be here with this great sporting hero, Niamh Briggs, as well. Yeah, I was a brownie a long time ago when brownies were brown. I'm not sure how long ago that changed, but I can still remember a lot about it. And I think what we sang, I don't know if you still sing it, is we're the brownies, here's our aim, lend a hand and play the game. Is that still something? Yeah? Yeah. And I was a fairy, but I can't remember the fairy song. There was a fairy song as well. It was a tremendous experience. But I suppose what I'm really delighted to be here about today is that as Minister for Education and Skills, I think this journey programme is fantastic. And when Gillian said that she was actually writing the curriculum for me, in some ways she wasn't exaggerating, because the kind of skills that are developed in this programme are exactly the kind of skills that we want to develop in reforming the curriculum. And that's things like being able to work with others, like being creative, like being inventive, like exploring, like solving problems, and like aiming to be the best that you can be in whatever it is that you're doing. And all of that is actually in this journey programme, and that really impresses me. And I've described you all as trailblazers. I think that's exactly what you are. I think just listening to Naomi and Claudia, it's just to see the opportunity that is given to young girls and how they respond. You know, how they do things that probably a year or two before that they wouldn't have believed that they would have been able to do. And that is one of the tremendous things that happens in guiding. Whether, you know, and seeing it as a journey as well, I think is really good, where, you know, you're starting with the brownies, or sorry, with the ladybirds, through the brownies, through the guides and the senior branch and the leaders. It's tremendous, and this concept of a journey that you're supporting and encouraging the girls all the way to develop themselves, to be confident, to try things and do things they haven't done before, and to be responsible members of society and of the world. And I think that is very much in the motto, in the whole overall motto, but it's very much incorporated in this programme as well, with such a wide variety of elements of it. And I just think it's fantastic, and I'm really pleased that I'm here as Minister and to be able to endorse the programme and to be able to congratulate everybody involved. I know Gillian and the team has put in a huge amount of work into this, supported by the Commissioner and by everybody else involved in guiding. And it's great that it's being launched here in Limerick, here in the Midwest. And I know that that's involved a good bit of work for the local people as well, but we're in no better place for it to be launched than here in Limerick. So I'm just happy to be part of it. I'm just happy to be here to endorse it. I'm going to go back and see if I can find a photograph of me in my brownie uniform. I know I did have one at one stage, but I don't know whether I can find it or not, but I'm going to try after this, and maybe I can join with everybody else then with all the great photographs that have been put up. So well done to everybody, from the youngest ladybird to the most senior guider here, the most senior person, and to all your families as well. But it is a fantastic opportunity for girls to have. And there's so many volunteers involved, and it wouldn't happen unless you had that spirit of volunteering. And it's a great tradition, and it's wonderful to be able to continue it. So well done to everybody. Delighted to be here as Minister, and I look forward to seeing everybody going on this journey and continuing on this journey. Thank you very much.
Now it is my great privilege to present the captain of the Irish Women's Six Nations winning rugby team and a former Girl Guide in Cork, who is going to say a few words. Niamh Briggs.
Hello, Minister, Commissioner, and hello, IGG. I'm not going to sing the song. I can't remember them. But yeah, look, for me, being a part of the Girl Guides was played a very integral part of who I am and what I've turned out to be. My dad's job, I mean, people know, took us around Ireland, and we lived in many different counties. So when I was old enough to become a guide, the first thing my mother entered me into was in Galway was to get in, because it allowed me to make friends. I was incredibly shy, and I was not very outgoing or assertive, so when I joined, it was like joining a team for all the world, and it allowed me to express myself. It made me make so many new friends, and then of course my dad's job moved us to Limerick, so I'd say I was in Limerick about 2 days, and my mum had found me the local branch in Monaleen, so I went along there, and my sister joined in, and it again allowed us to make new friends in Limerick, something that probably would have been found hard for us, because we moved during a time when school was finished and we were out for the summer, so it was perfect for us. And then Dad's job took us to the Abbey side in Dungarvan, County Waterford, and that's really where I totally and utterly fell in love with the Irish Girl Guides and everything associated with. I had two wonderful leaders in Rosemary and Jenny, and everybody did it in the village. It was everybody went to it, and it was the done thing back then. So yeah, look, I have absolutely fantastic memories. Very proud to say that I was an Irish Girl Guide and a part of it. Not so proud of the pictures that went up on social media. I'd probably take a while to live one of them, two of them down. But yeah, I have the fondest memories. I still have so many friends that I made within the Girl Guides and are still my friends today. And I think that that's really important. I also love the fact that everything about this programme, what it embraces, we want to instill girls with confidence, assertiveness, challenge them to be better and be the people that they want to be, and that's what's really important. And for me, it probably brought out my competitive side. When we went to do any sort of activity, I wanted to win, and that's probably what set me on my road to sport. And I'm glad that it did, to be honest with you. So yeah, look, I think that we as, first of all, Irish people, and then as women, find it very hard to accept confidence, find it very hard to assert ourselves in everything good that we do. And I think a programme like this will allow the young girls, the young generation, to be able to do that, so that when they do something amazing like climb Swiss Alps, go to India, have 2 fantastic achievements, be an MC, future camogie and hockey player. These things, they can hold their heads up high. They can proudly say, I've done these things, because they've been instilled in the skills from this programme. And that's what's so fantastic for it to see. So thank you so much for having me here. I know it was probably a little bit hard to get in touch with at the start, but once I got it, I very much embraced it. And I'm very proud to be here. So thanks very much for having me. I wish you all the best of luck with it, and I hope you have a wonderful evening.
We would like to present you two with the WAG spin.
Both of you, yeah. Thank you very much. This is a pin that you can wear once you've been a member. You can wear this anywhere, anytime.
I have it on my number 1 scar.
Very cool versions at all, even though we're not supposed to.
Hi everybody. My name is Helen Concannon, and first of all, Minister, Senator, Councillors, special guests, parents, leaders, and especially our girls that are here this evening, thank you for coming and for making this a wonderful celebration of our new Journey programme. As Chief Commissioner, I'm honoured to be the head volunteer of this organisation of 11,500 girls and women around the country. The guides and leaders tonight that are here tonight represent our wide membership, which spreads across every county in the country. And just over 104 years ago, when Lord and Lady Baden-Powell set up the Girl Guides, they didn't call us a club, or an association, or an organisation. They called it a movement, because that's what we do. We move with the times, we move to meet the needs of today's girl. The Journey programme does just that. It is a fresh new way of challenging Ireland's youth to grow and develop in a fun, exciting and relevant way. It's not a straight or narrow journey that we have on offer. It has choices and options and avenues to explore to meet each girl's differing interests. And that's because life is not a straightforward path, and we are preparing girls for life. We are giving them skills for the other strands of their life as well. We do this through positive affirmation. We set a target or a challenge, and when the individual girl has done her best to reach it, we award her a badge or a pin. We acknowledge her efforts and applaud the achievement of being the best that she can be. When I'm not busy with guiding, I'm busy with a 2-year-old who is at home, whose latest words are, I did it. He climbs on the sofa and exclaims proudly, I did it, and then he jumps off and after picking himself up again says, I did it. And we try to ensure our girls have that same confidence in their achievements, that pride in doing something themselves, often for the first time, learning as they go, they did it. And I think sometimes life knocks that confidence out of them. And I'm sure the 2-year-old isn't going to remain that confident. And so we think that in guiding, we give those skills to cope with whatever life throws at you, going on into being a leader, or indeed, as we've heard from Minister
I'm sure guiding has helped her in her path as she outlined it to us. The same for Niamh. I'm sure guiding skills of picking yourself up and getting yourself back out there have helped, as I'm sure it has for the councillors who are here and for our councillor, our deputy mayor, who is also a guide leader. The Journey programme will keep challenging our young people as they get older with appropriate adventures, and we will continue to take pride in their achievements. We have a lovely phrase in Irish, Mulla Loiga agus Chucky Shield, which translates as praise the youth and they'll come into their own. And as you've seen and heard tonight, young people like Naomi and Claudia and Anna have done just that. And it's credit to them, to their leaders as well, who are their key mentors in always appreciating the efforts that they have made. Everybody's best is different, but everybody's best is valuable. A person who has been encouraging and promoting young people for years in Ireland led the team who developed the Journey programme. And I'd like to take this opportunity to thank Gillian Van Turnout for her tireless efforts in getting us to today. I have a small gift here for Gillian, but I'm going to take the surprise out of it by telling everybody what's in it. It is a silver chain with the words Dohail Doharas written on it, which translates as your life, your journey, made by an Irish designer. And I took it to mean two things. First of all, you can have your life back, now that the journey is on its way. And secondly, to thank you for supporting the Irish Girl Guides as we embark on this new journey programme together, as we all embrace the challenges that are ahead of us with the girls. I'll finish by thanking you for being here. Thanking our leaders for their commitment in working with young people. We have 560 units across the country. That's 560 groups of girls being mentored, supported, encouraged along their journeys. I'd also like to give a special thanks to Pauline Kennedy, our local commissioner here for this region, for her work in preparation, and her backroom team for getting everything up and running. I'd also like to thank the university, Mary I, for helping us out and providing this venue. I think it's been fabulous, very close to the motorway for those of us travelling. To the local parents and leaders, it's very hard to know where to launch a programme. I'm from Galway and I'm still recovering after yesterday's disappointment. However, we wanted to ensure that people see that guiding is all around Ireland. It's not something that just happens in Dublin. And so for us it was very, very important to have the launch somewhere outside of the capital. And when we looked around I thought, well, where is guiding vibrant? Where are the leaders completely and utterly enthusiastic? Where are we sure that we're going to get girls of high quality? And we went, you know what, the Limericks the place. As a former student of UL, who also was involved in brownies and Monaleen, a little bit like Niamh, I'm delighted to be able to be here this evening to do that. I'd also like to give a special word of thanks to Fiona Murdoch, our communications officer, for organising the event and ensuring that we're not the only people who hear about this wonderful event tonight, but the rest of the country also hears about this in tomorrow's media and online today. We had a very good occasion today in the fact that we were trending on Twitter for a while, which was a nice experience for us all. So thanks, I think, to maybe Niamh's picture as a guide to help us along. None of us, though, are in guiding for the praise. It's not what we do guiding for. So our greatest thanks is to see the programme in action, to see the girls' sense of achievement when they do something for that first time. So I wish each of us continued health and energy to enjoy this journey ahead of us. Thank you very much.
We are almost finished now. At this stage, all I can say is if you want to join in with the next bit, please do.